Hello and welcome to Tea is Good, Books Are Better, the podcast where we drink tea and talk about books. I'm Raven.
I'm Jess.
And holy shit, we're back.
It's been a while. I kind of forget how we do this now.
Me too. I feel very awkward.
Yeah.
How do we usually start this thing?
What are we doing?
I guess maybe we can talk briefly about why we went on a hiatus, even though we posted to our social medias. So I was in the middle of a lot of life changes.
Mm-hmm.
I moved to a different city with my boyfriend Jake.
My city.
Your city, yeah. I now live like 5 minutes away from Jess, which is pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, once COVID is done, you could come here and we have like our own little podcasting room. And we don't have to listen to Johnny banging around in the background. I also quit my job. So that was causing me a lot of stress, having the job.
Yeah.
And trying to manage that job. I'm still not going to say where I worked, but if it wasn't clear, I was a manager at a large retail store, and it was very stressful and was making me very unhappy working there. So that was a big decision to quit without having another job lined up.
Yeah, that's pretty stressful.
Yeah. So there's that, and like we were in the middle of moving, so it felt like a weird time to be looking for a job.
Yeah.
When we're like in the middle of that. But now we're getting pretty settled in the new place. I mean, there's still some stuff to unpack, but we've got most of our stuff set up and doing really good. We live in a house now that we rent. Which is cool, from coming from Jake's tiny little bachelor apartment that we were staying in.
In your basement suite that you used to live in?
Yeah.
Mom's basement suite.
Mom's basement suite. And yeah, and Mom is still living with us, but she has her own suite downstairs now.
Another basement suite for Mom?
It's actually not in the basement. It's on ground level.
So like same of how I live? Yeah.
Yes. So I guess you would still call it the basement suite because it's technically the bottom floor of the house. I don't know. How do you define a basement?
Right? Like, you'd think it's lower than the main level.
Does a basement have to be below ground? Let's see. The floor of a building which is partly or entirely below ground level.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so not
the first floor.
Yeah. Not technically a basement. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so she lives on the lower floor, and then Jake and I live on the top floor. Yeah, so that's been the main stuff that's going on with me.
Nice.
Yeah. So it felt like we needed to take a bit of a break from the podcast because I had all that going on, and my computer also had committed suicide, so it was just not working.
Blame Cyberpunk.
Yeah. So, I didn't say what happened on here, right? I couldn't have.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so what happened was I downloaded Cyberpunk to play Cyberpunk, and it was running like shit on my computer. It did not look good. It was like choppy. It just was not a good experience. So I was like, I need a new graphics card because this is not gonna fly. So I got a new graphics card and Jake installed it, and then after that I tried playing Cyberpunk again, and it like looked a lot nicer and it was running more smoothly. But then like 2 minutes into playing, the game froze. and I could not get out no matter what I tried. It was just frozen on the screen, so I had to hard reboot my computer. And then after that, it crashed, like blue screen of death type of thing. And then every time I turned it on after that, I would have to hard reboot every time because it would be like, your PC needs to restart, but then it just wouldn't restart.
Jesus.
So I had to hard reboot again, and then it would just crash again and again. So we looked up the error code, which was everything we looked up for that error code seemed to be RAM related. So we were like, okay, I don't have enough RAM then. So I went and got more RAM and installed that. And then when I started my computer again, it didn't crash, which was good, but it started running really slowly.
Okay.
Like when I would move the mouse across the screen, it would like kind of glitch.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like not good. So the only solution that Jake could think of after that was to reinstall Windows. So that's what we ended up doing, and now we're all Gucci. Sweet. Now it's running great, and I tried Cyberpunk again and it works. So yes.
How is that game?
To be honest, it hasn't hooked me so far. I'm about 5 hours into the game.
Dang.
But also, like, I played a little bit and then stopped for, like, a long while, and then played a little bit again and then stopped for another long while. So, like, maybe the lack of consistency with my playing has kind of destroyed the immersion.
Yeah.
So I think that's possibly why, but yeah, I'm not hooked so far, which is slightly disappointing.
Yeah.
But I haven't encountered any, like, major glitches like people have been complaining about. But also,
yeah.
I'm on PC. I'm not playing on a console, so.
God, I can't imagine.
Yeah. So that's everything that's been going on with me. Now I will shut my trap and let you talk. What have you been up to?
Oh, jeez. It's my favorite thing to do. Talk about me.
Yeah.
I've been investing in buying more storage stuff, and I've been cleaning out my main floor. And like basically we have like more bags of garbage dump stuff and thrift store stuff in our second room. Like it's piling up in there. We're like slowly getting a handle of all of our crap.
Getting a head start on that spring cleaning.
Yeah, trying to wipe it out. We have too much crap.
Yeah.
Like I have a reporting tendency that I need to snip.
I think we get it from our parents.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Both of them.
Yeah, Dad just collects junk. He buys so much shit that he doesn't need, and then Mom just doesn't throw anything out. She has
definitely learned.
While we were moving, we discovered she has 3 DVD players. And she just won't get rid of any of them because they all work. I might need one day.
Jeez. She doesn't even have, well, I guess now she might have the space for them. But
yeah, like, fuck. I mean, we got rid of some stuff during the move, which is good, but I still felt like there was a lot of shit that we dragged over here for no reason, and it's just sitting in the garage now, which is kind of frustrating.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my mom that grew up like, not having a lot of things, and just everything is worth something to her.
Yeah, but it's like, at this point, it's just taking up valuable space. It's not bringing you anything. It's not adding anything more to your life at this point.
It reminds me of that Netflix show with that lady who's like
Marie Kondo, right?
Yeah. It doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it.
Exactly. I mean, we still have, I guess maybe I spoke too soon when I said that we're mostly unpacked because we still have a ton of shit in the garage that we have to go through.
Dang.
But like, I would say 70% of it is Mom's.
I bet.
Yeah, and like I know Jake was like really excited to have a garage being in this new house. It was like one of the main selling points for him is having a garage because he's like a car guy and he wants to work on his car and have a project and that sort of thing in the garage. But now the garage is full of garbage and shit and crap that he like can't even use it.
Slowly go through it.
Yeah. I think not this upcoming weekend, but next weekend I think we're gonna try and tackle that. Because this weekend is my birthday.
Yeah. 28?
What?
28?
Oh, yes, my age. Yes, I will be turning
28?
Am I turning 28? Yeah, I guess so.
You're 2 years younger than me.
Yeah. See, I always do that. I always start thinking I'm a year older, like as soon as the new year begins.
I do too. As soon as it's January, I'm like, okay, I'm 30 now.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's just because our birthdays are both so close to the start of the year.
It's also, though, like 2021 is my 30th year being alive. So that's like how I view it.
Right. Yeah. That too. That's why I always like get confused about my age when it's like getting around my birthday time because I'm like, wait, how old am I turning? Fuck, you know you're getting old when you start forgetting how old you are.
Wow, I guess I'm the young one in this relationship.
Yeah, you're good.
I don't forget how old I am. No, it's like each year I get embarrassed. I'm like, I'm old.
Yeah, you're turning 30 next month. That's pretty crazy.
Woohoo! New decade.
The big
of my life.
Oh, wow.
What is it? 30, flirty, and thriving. I remember watching that movie. I used to be like, God, why don't you want to be 30? 30-year-olds are old.
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you want to be like 21?
Right. No. I think the show got it though. 30 is definitely like a really good year, I think, like of self-awareness. Yeah, the 20s was tough.
Yeah.
A lot of self-learning.
I feel that for sure.
Getting to know myself. I feel like as a 30-year-old that I am pretty sure of who I am.
Yeah, that's what Bahram's always said. He for those who don't know, he's the one who made our jingle that you heard at the beginning of this podcast. That's what Bahram always says. He says that his 30s have been the best years of his life, and that the 30s are definitely.
Well, I look forward to that.
Yeah. Did you know that Mackenzie thinks that the ideal age is 65?
Did they explain why?
Yeah. Basically, it's like by that point you'll most likely like have everything that you want and like you're retired and you can just enjoy your fucking life now and like that sort of thing.
Oh, that's the dream, to retire by 60.
Right. Like millennials, are we really gonna retire by 65?
Are we?
Are
we going to fix the economy by then?
Fuck. Well, I can't think about that too much or I will have an existential crisis.
Focus on the now.
Yes.
Ooh. I had a sleep paralysis again.
Oh my god, ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so shocking. I haven't had that sleep paralysis since I lived in Mom's place.
Oh.
So yeah, I have no idea where it came from.
Okay, tell me about it.
But so I got up in the middle of the night to pee, I think. Usually I go in the dark. I don't turn on any lights because turning on lights wakes me up and I like to go right back to sleep. But I did because it like felt weird. Like outside, like the living room felt weird, so I turned on the lights, which woke me up. So I'm like, I go back to bed and I'm laying in the bed just twiddling my thumbs trying to go back to sleep.
Okay.
I don't know how long I was laying there, but all of a sudden, like a huge weight hits my chest, like Bonnie's sitting on me. And I open my eyes, there's nothing there. and then I feel something like right beside me. So I like reach down to it to touch it, and it feels like a little baby.
Ew!
Yeah. I immediately try screaming, but nothing comes out. So I'm like reaching over to scream to Johnny. I can't scream, so I'm like grabbing him and like trying to grab him with my other hand. And then he like reaches over and he grabs my hand and like holds it real tight. And then the weight gets off of my chest and there's no more baby and Johnny's not holding my hand and I'm still in the same position I was when I guess I fell asleep.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Ew.
Like, his ear. Like, what the fuck? It was like a little naked baby beside me.
Ew. You didn't see anything though? You just like felt it?
Yeah, like smooth skin, and suddenly my brain's like, that's a baby.
Okay, that just rose all the hairs on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
And it really felt like Bonnie was in on me. It
the
felt like
heaviest weight there is.
Yeah, fat Bonnie.
So, Johnny wasn't actually holding your hand when you like snapped out of it? Oh,
no.
Interesting. So like Dream Johnny took your hand. Interesting.
He took my hand and he pulled me out.
Dream Johnny did. That's interesting.
So it was pretty short, fast sleep paralysis. Where I didn't see shit, but I felt it and touched it.
Ew, don't touch it. Don't touch the sleep paralysis. Fuck
I touched it.
No. That was fun. Anything else new?
Gross story of the day. Not really.
Ew-inducing story of the episode.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, cool. I guess we can hop into Storm of Swords.
Storm of Swords.
And
book 3?
Yeah, book 3 of the... What's it called?
Song of Ice and Fire series?
That's the one. Yeah, so another reason why we felt like it was a good time to take the hiatus was because we were in between books, so in between seasons, so it felt like a good time to take a bit of a break. But now we're back with A Storm of Swords, season 5? Oh my god, no, 4. 5? Holy shit, what season is this?
I have no idea how our seasons work.
It's by book.
Our 5th book. Okay. So how many books have we read?
Yeah, this is season 5.
That would make sense to me.
Holy shit. Dang. Next year is going to be our 2-year anniversary. Or next month, excuse me. It's going to be our 2-year anniversary.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
You're doing this for 2 years.
What the crazy. Fuck?
2 years. It takes us 2 years to read 5 books.
Have you ever committed to something for that long? Just on your own?
I'm not sure if I have.
Well, that's gonna be... I did have an idea.
Okay.
For something we could do for our 2-year anniversary.
Okay.
I'll tell you, and then we can decide whether to include my idea in this episode. Or whether we want to keep it a secret, or whether you just think it's a shit idea. Okay, I was thinking maybe we don't talk about a book in that episode, or maybe we do. I don't know. But I was thinking we could do Game of Thrones trivia.
Oh.
Yeah, so we
for an hour?
Yeah, we could have maybe Eric could join us at some point.
Ooh.
And we'll do like the first season of Game of Thrones.
Trivia
for the first season of Game of Thrones. And then maybe after that it can just be like the first 2 books trivia, and it'll be just you and me.
I guess we can do that. Like, we both write questions and like quiz each other on the first season. Or
no, I was thinking it would be more like a game. It would be a competition. Yeah, we would get like Jake. Jake would do the questions. He could look some up or make some up.
That's easy for me.
Yeah.
Give him the work.
I'm sure he could just look one up. Like, it shouldn't be too much work.
Yeah, I'm sure there's facts about certain book, and it'll come up like a whole bunch of stuff, and all he does is make questions for him.
Yeah, exactly. Or he could just look up Game of Thrones season 1 trivia. Like, I think it's there. It exists somewhere.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So yeah, Jake could kind of be like the host, and then me, you, and Eric can go head to head.
Ooh. Yeah, if he's down for that.
Sweet. All right, so we'll try to do that for our, hopefully remember, for our
You should set a reminder
2-year
on calendar.
We'll see how it goes. All right, cool. So we'll try to do that. For now, we are starting A Storm of Swords, book 3. And there was something in here that I wanted to touch on before we start on any chapters or anything like that.
Tea?
Oh, yes. We should do that first. Okay. What are you drinking today, Jess?
I'm drinking a Tetley turmeric tea, which is actually delicious. Turmeric is quite delicious when you drink it.
Yeah.
I don't really like it off it.
Yeah.
It is strong.
You got me that Zydeco tea.
Oh, yeah.
The breakfast, Zach's breakfast blend, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it has turmeric in it, and it's
yeah, you really taste it.
Yeah, it tastes very much like full of Indian spices. It's really nice. I really enjoy it, so thank you.
Did you like the other one?
Yeah, I haven't drunk it as much because it's caffeine free.
It's for before bedtime.
Yeah.
That one's my favorite. It's so delicious.
The mint chill? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Mint chill?
Something chill.
Is it not mint? No, because
it has mint in it. Huh. It does have mint in it, but it's delicious.
Yes, it is good.
But it's definitely something chill.
Yeah, so I'm still working on both of those.
Damn, I finished mine in the first week I had it.
Well, I had some.
Do you
loosely
share?
Do I share?
Yeah.
Like with Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is really because I also share with Johnny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jake doesn't really drink my stuff. Like, he likes English breakfast, and that's kind of all that he likes.
That's the thing. Nice.
Yeah, he likes chamomile. He likes Earl Grey. But
English breakfast is the shit.
Yeah. Like, even at like 8 o'clock at night, he'll drink an English breakfast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, mostly at night he'll drink a chamomile or something caffeine free, but tonight he had an English breakfast. Yeah, and I'm drinking, thanks for asking,
You're welcome.
It's a licorice spice.
I'm out.
That's the noise that Jake made when I got it. But I was intrigued. So
I remember you liked licorice a lot as a kid.
I really liked black licorice.
You're the one who would touch it.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the freak that likes black licorice. So this is an herbal tea. It has licorice root, cinnamon, orange peel, star anise, vanilla extract, sarsaparilla, orange oil, cinnamon oil, clove bud oil, and cardamom oil.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's not all licorice.
Is star anise related to licorice? Because I have star anise and it smells exactly like black licorice.
Maybe that's like what makes licorice black or something. Oh. Star anise. A medium-sized evergreen tree native to North... Okay, that is not...
Oh, it contains a substance called anethol, which is responsible for the licorice flavor of star anise fruits, anise seeds, and fennel seeds.
Wow. How interesting. Wow, I just scrolled down and saw in the recipes section on Google star anise snickerdoodles. And now I want cookies so bad.
Licorice flavored cookies. Huh. Not for me.
So in A Storm of Swords,
see,
before the map, there is a note written by George R.R. Martin. Do you have that note in your book? And if so, did you read it? Because it's something that we talked about, I think, in one of our more recent episodes.
Oh, there is a note here. I passed through it.
Oh, you didn't read it? Yeah, so I thought this was important to talk about because I think when we finished Clash of Kings, I had this question. I was like, I don't remember how exactly I asked it, or maybe I just asked it in my head and I didn't actually say it on the podcast, but I was wondering about chronology. Like or maybe you asked it. I don't know. But like the order in which stuff plays out. Maybe Eric asked it on a mini episode. Yeah, maybe he did. Because did he ask it?
Remember?
Someone was questioning whether everything in all of the characters' different timelines was happening at the same time, or whether it was one after the other, or whether there was any overlap.
Mm-hmm.
So this was something we were wondering about, and I was just pleasantly surprised when I saw at the start of this book there is a note on chronology by George R.R. Martin, and I will read that out real quick because it is important. A Song of Ice and Fire is told through the eyes of characters who are sometimes hundreds or even thousands of miles apart from one another. Some chapters cover a day, some only an hour, others might span a fortnight, a month, half a year. With such a structure, the narrative cannot be strictly sequential. Sometimes important things are happening simultaneously, 1,000 leagues apart. In the case of the volume now in hand, the reader should realize that the opening chapters of A Storm of Swords do not follow the closing chapters of A Clash of Kings so much as overlap them. I open with a look at some of the things that were happening on the Fist of the First Men, at River Run, Harrenhal, and on the Trident while the Battle of the Blackwater was being fought at King's Landing, and during its aftermath. And that is it.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Like, how does he keep track of all this shit in his head?
Right.
I don't fucking understand.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm always impressed when an author can create a whole new language.
Yeah, that's just
to me,
insane.
that's mind-boggling.
It is.
But this is also pretty impressive that he could keep track of all these timelines and all these people.
Yeah. Like, there's, like, how? I can't even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, should we just get into it, or was there anything else that you wanted to bring up before we get started?
I don't think so.
Can you remind us where we left off our characters, Jess?
Oh, fuck. Well, I'm gonna take a while. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I remember the ending with John killing, what's his face? Half hand? Corin half hand?
Oh, yeah.
Did it say it was to gain the favor of the wildlings?
Yes, I think
okay.
so.
Because I didn't remember that. The battle of the Great... What is it called? What was the battle called again? Battle of the Blackwater Bay. Blackwater.
Yes.
Concluded with Tywin chasing out Stannis' men. Mm-hmm. And Highgarden had joined Tywin.
Tyrion got half his face cleaved off.
Yep, he almost died.
Thinks his sister's out to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Davos fell in the water, and I think that's the last that we saw of him.
Yeah. What happened to Arya?
I remember her being on the road.
Again.
On the road again.
Did she escape Harrenhal with her two buddies?
Yes.
Gendry and Hot Pie?
Yes, she did.
That's what happened.
She escaped Harrenhal by murdering the guard at the gate. Or the side gate, or wherever it was. Bran? What's happening with Bran? He Oh, he snuck out of Winterfell. Right?
Did he?
Yeah,
I remember them hiding in the God's Wood.
No, because Theon
or were
was
they
out
hiding
looking for him.
Yeah. But am I thinking of the show?
You might be thinking of
when they were hiding in the tomb the entire time. Actually, the wolves were in the gods. What?
Oh no, you are right.
But is that the show? Okay, so that wasn't the.
That was the book. So Theon and whoever are out looking, like in the woods and whatever, because the wolves went out that way and they had left tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, Bran and
everyone
who's with him? Osha, Rickon, Maester Lewin.
Was Maester Lewin with them? I thought he was killed in the battle or something.
You right.
What's his face? Hodor,
Rickon, and Osha.
Mm-hmm.
And then the two, the Mud Kids. Who were their names?
Oh shit. The Mud Kids, yeah.
The Mud Kids.
Absolutely, the Mud Kids. That's
all of them were actually hiding in the tombs the whole time.
Theon had his ass whipped.
Yeah.
By... I'm trying to remember his name. Fuck.
Oh god. It's been a while. It's been a whole book.
It's been a few weeks and my brain is wet.
It's been a whole book.
Oh my gosh.
We did
Seraphina
last.
Right. We did
Clash of
Seraphina. God, how can I forget his name? He was big
Ramsay. It hit me suddenly. Ramsay.
And then Rob and Catelyn, I think we left Catelyn because Rob is off.
Oh my god, Johnny.
Somewhere else.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
What is he? It sounds like he's moving water bottles.
He was!
Wait, actually?
Yeah, he was filling the fridge with his work water bottle.
That is so bizarre. How did I recognize that sound?
That's crazy.
That's so weird.
Anyway. I don't recall what did Catelyn have a little meeting with Jaime?
Yes.
I only remember was the meeting where she tried to bargain for her daughters.
Yeah, but it ended with her bringing Brienne in and being like, Brienne, give me your sword.
Ooh.
Because Jaime said some shit.
Oh, Dany.
Oh, yeah.
Is heading to where she initially came from. God, bad. Essos.
Pentos?
What is that? Pentos. She's heading to Pentos with her two new friends. I don't remember their names.
Who are they?
The big guy. His name starts with a B. Bulbous. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, she met them on the shipyard or whatever when she almost got assassinated by some little machine thing, right? Or am I thinking?
Was it a machine or was it a poisonous insect? Venomous insect?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I thought it was a machine built to look like an insect, but maybe I'm thinking of something else.
It might have been. I'm probably thinking of the show. Who knows?
Okay. It was a poisonous insect. Let's just go with that.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Is that everyone?
I think it's everyone. I hope we didn't forget anyone.
Oh, yes, that's everyone. I was gonna be like, wait, we didn't talk about John, but we did, right?
He was the first one I talked about.
Yeah.
Only because our prologue starts with the Night's Watch.
Oh yes, so that's where we left off. Our characters. Oh, I feel like there's one more thing I wanted to say before we jumped into it.
Yeah, there was something, and then we got derailed.
Fuck.
You want to say it when you remember it?
Well, I'm not gonna remember it if we move on. Oh. This is not what I was gonna say, but it is something else I want to bring up.
Okay.
The map has expanded.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty sick. We have the north and the south, which is the map of Westeros split in half. So that we can see both the north and the south part, and that's been in every book so far. But now we also have Beyond the Wall.
Hell yeah.
So we can see where the fuck John has been and what he's been up to. So that's way north. And then we also see the Free Cities, where Dany's been hanging out. So over in Essos.
Mine has Valyria.
What?
Not the Free Cities or Essos.
Wait, what does it show?
Valyria. So it shows Slaver's Bay in Valyria, basically.
Oh, is it just super
In the
zoomed in?
Basilisk Isles.
What the? Can you send me a picture? I need to see this.
Yeah. Like, do you know where Slaver's Bay is on your map? It's basically a zoom in area of that.
Where would it be?
Up. It's a bay underneath Essos.
At the bottom of Essos?
I think it's on the bottom of Essos.
No, I only have like that one little part that's closest to the narrow sea.
I sent it on Messenger. The Gulf of Grief.
Oh. How interesting. I'll show you what mine looks like.
Astapor, the Yonkai, a Marine.
I wonder why they're different.
That's glorious fuck.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
All I can read is the Free City.
Oh no. What? It's sharp on mine.
Oh, now it's sharp.
What the fuck?
Ooh.
Why the heck are they different?
You got the narrow sea. Yeah, Valyria should be on the other side in the south.
What the hell?
Crazy.
Well, I'm confused. Oh,
Dany definitely starts off at Pentos, I guess, in this book.
Yeah. I don't know how far she travels in this book, though. I guess we'll find out.
We're fine.
Alright. I don't remember what else I was going to say, so we can just...
Alright. Start with the prologue.
Yeah.
So our prologue narrator is Chett, steward of the Night's Watch.
Who?
Chett. I believe he's the dog guy. The dog handler. I remember John talking to him in the last book.
Yeah, so we should know who he is. Like,
or at least heard of him. If we talked about him, I don't remember. Okay, so Chett is trying to get his dogs to track bear tracks for meat when two other brothers, Lark, the sister man, and Small Paul approach. Sounds like sounds like Robin Hood's friends. Paul, the sister man. They have quirky names.
Yeah.
They approach and they start discussing their plans to kill the Lord Commander that night.
Literally, they kept talking about killing the bear. And I'm like, oh, they're hunting. It took me way too long to be like, oh no, they're talking about Lord Commander Mormont.
Yup. They know that there are 30,000 wildlings and they have no trust in the commander anymore. So this is their plan to get the fuck out and save themselves.
What exactly has he done that they don't trust him anymore?
I think he is planning on standing ground or fighting them. Is he? I think that was in the last book.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But they don't want to die.
Yeah.
Because they're criminal scum and not honorable knights.
Yeah, because honorable knights want to die. That's what makes an honorable knight.
An honorable knight does what he's told.
True.
No questions. One of the brothers had tried to urge the Lord Commander to fight since the majority of the wildling hosts aren't fighters. Oh, then maybe they're not fighting? I don't know what's going on.
Oh. Okay, now I'm very confused.
Yeah.
We'll pick it up. We'll figure it out as the book goes on.
We will. Mormont didn't want to make a decision before his scouts came back, and Chett had imagined that John is dead with his spear up his bum, and Ghost is dead too.
With a spear up his ass. Yeah, I bet he liked to picture that.
Yeah. They head back to the Fist of the First Men, and the dogs are pulling just to because they're excited to go back because they think they're getting fed. And he's like, fucking dumb dogs. They didn't hunt, they're not getting fed. And he kicks them.
Well, now he's on my shit list.
don't kick
Don't
dogs.
fucking kick a dog.
Like, mother. He thinks about how he's going to set the dogs loose with the horses later that night to create chaos. There's 14 of them in on the plan, and it's Chett's plan because he's the smart one. Chett used to be Maester Aemon's steward before Sam replaced them, and he blames John for that somehow. I'm trying to figure out how is it John's fault Sam was made steward? Was it because he gave Sam the confidence to pass his training?
I feel like Chett's logic is probably very backwards and twisted, and he just wants to blame John for stuff.
I guess. And he fantasizes about killing Sam.
Jesus.
Lark, the sister man, talks about how he's going to sail home to the sisters.
Oh, that's why he's a sister man.
Oh! Chett doesn't say anything, but thinks about how the dummy doesn't realize he's going to get caught and beheaded.
True.
Whoa.
What?
I don't know if I misspelled this guy's name. Olo Lophand?
Lophand?
Uh-huh. It's the Olo part that I'm confused. Olo Lophand? Well, this guy talks about how he's going to sail to Tyrosh, where stealing ain't a big crime. Chett considers their chatter wet, girly tongue.
Okay.
Oh, gross.
Oh, it is Olo Lophand.
It is Olo? Oh,
Yeah.
It sounded so weird. Reading it with my own.
Yeah.
He thinks about how he has no trade, but his father used to catch leeches and sell them to maesters at 12 a penny. And he thinks about how they should take Craster's Keep and to raise a banner of leeches on a field of pink.
That's just
represent him, Chett.
What an ugly banner.
Yeah, it's fucking gross. He thinks about getting it on with Craster's younger wives. He's only been with the whores in Molestown. When he was young, there was a promiscuous girl named Bessa who'd sleep with any guy, so he'd spent the morning picking her flowers, only to be rejected. The audacity.
Audacity.
This bitch. The audacity. So he stabbed her several times and was sent to the watch. He thinks that's super unfair.
But that's also, we should point out, because of his face. Because he's covered in boils or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not just because she was I don't like you for no reason. She was disgusted by his face. She was I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole.
I mean, back then when diseases were prevalent, I'm not going to judge.
Well,
you don't know what those boils are.
In the book, that's what it says. She was disgusted by his face.
Sure.
Also, I want to point out quickly before you move on. You mentioned that Chett's plan for killing the
Lord Commander?
The Lord Commander. It actually says exactly what his plan is.
So this is that.
This is that moment, Jessica, that we've been waiting for.
Gonna fail.
Yeah, it says exactly what his plan is. So I was like, now we know. It's not gonna work out.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yep, so that's that. We've been waiting for that moment.
Hot diggity. Small Paul asks for Mormont's Raven. Chett doesn't give a fuck and is like, yeah, take him, whatever. Chett sees Sam practicing with a longbow and stops to watch. After some encouraging from his friends, he hits his mark and there's cheering.
Yay! Go Sam!
Chett thinks it's pathetic and he ridicules Sam.
Fuck you, Chett!
Dolores Ed, who is with Sam, retaliates and implies that Chett has had a brain injury. So they all laugh at Chett, and he kicks the dog and continues up the fist.
Okay, this motherfucker.
Jeez, what the dog do?
God damn it.
He ties up the dogs, and he gives Mormont the bad news of no meat. Then Chett walks around camp to stay warm, because standing still is a big no-no north of the wall. And some of the brothers remark on how quiet it is that night. Chett notices the nervousness of some of the brothers. Mormont and I think the generals, whatever his team is, call for an assemblage, and they tell the men that in the morning they will attack Mance's wildling army. So there is going to be a battle.
Oh.
Here I am, so confused. Okay, my own notes.
Whatever, man. Fuck.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I wrote this before you told me we're taking a hiatus. Chett thinks for sure that the scouts must be dead, including John with the stick up his bum. Mormont says many will die, but to remember their oaths, and they repeat the vow. Everyone's dismissed. While Chett is waiting in the dark, memories of Bessa hit him. Maybe it's a dream? He doesn't know. And he realizes it's snowing and cries tears of anger because it fucks up his plans.
Chett's a fucking incel.
He absolutely is.
He is a fucking incel.
He's an incel. He spent so long picking them flowers for Bessa. How dare she reject him?
I'm a nice guy.
And then he stabbed her several times, and he thinks it's unfair that he is punished for stabbing her. She deserved it.
Yeah, obviously.
She wouldn't have sex with that. Poor.
Filthy slut wouldn't fuck me.
She was ugly anyways. You didn't really want her.
I never wanted you. You're fat.
I was just trying to make her feel good about herself. Bitch. So Snow fucks up his plans. And he thinks that the plan is lost. But he gets up and is like, fuck it. I'm still going to kill Sir Piggy. So he slowly approaches Sam and he pulls out his dagger. When he gets close enough... Huh?
I said, damn.
Oh, he said, damn. When he gets close to Sam, a horn blasts. Sam sits up dazed, and then other horn blasts. Sam sees Chett, and he asks if that was 2 blasts. Chett says, yeah, get a weapon. The wildlings are upon them.
Because that's what 2 blasts means, right?
Yeah, 2 blasts is wildlings.
I'm glad you told me about this a couple episodes ago.
Was it a couple or was it a lot?
It's probably many episodes ago.
Then another horn blasts, much longer than the others.
Oh, fuck.
Sam squeaks and says that 3 blasts hasn't been heard for hundreds of thousands of years.
Hundreds of thousands?
Chett pisses himself, literally, and half laughs, half sobs while saying, 3 blasts for the others.
Oh my god. The fucking White Walkers are here, bitch.
Or the others, as they call them in the books.
Yeah, I feel like White Walkers is maybe like their old-fashioned name for them.
A bit intimidating, I think. The White Walkers is an intimidating name. For me, at least.
Because Old Nan called them White Walkers, I think.
Oh.
But everyone else seems to call them others.
She might have.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
I think it was back when she was telling Bran the story about them. But I don't remember. So, that's the prologue.
Introduction into Song of Swords. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Thoughts, feelings, emotions.
Well. Shit's gonna get down. John might spot some of them. Since he's now up north. So cool.
Yeah.
And I think it was a pretty intimidating introduction. More White Walkers.
I like that George kind of lets us forget about the White Walkers here and there.
There's so much drama going on.
Yeah. But then he'll give us like a smack in the face reminder and it's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the war.
Oh, these guys are worse.
Like, we might hate the Lannisters, but shit, they ain't got nothing on the White Walkers.
Speaking of Lannisters,
okay.
First Lannister chapter, Sir Jaime.
Oh my god! I remembered what I wanted to say.
Yes,
I wanted you to remind everyone whose characters are whose.
I'll be honest, I don't recall. Where's my messages with you? I'll determine from what I sent you. Here.
Oh, here
so
it is.
You have Sansa,
Mm-hmm.
Bran,
Mm-hmm.
Danny,
Mm-hmm.
Davos,
Mm-hmm.
and Catelyn.
Indeed. And you have everyone else.
Jaime. I'm like trying to remember them all. I have Jaime. Excited. He was like the one guy I wanted. The one person was like, give me Jaime.
Just a reminder, Jess got all the good characters.
You got Danny.
I got Danny, but I also got Sansa, 1, annoying.
Basic
2,
girl, I guess.
Basic. 3, annoying. And then Bran, boring.
Oh.
Davos, who cares? And Catelyn, on my shit list.
Yeah.
Danny is my only good character. You know, that's gonna piss off Jake when he listens to this episode. He loves Davos. He loves the Onion Knight.
Fascinating.
He loves his Onion Knight, yeah. It's very cute. And you got all the amazing characters. Jaime, Arya, Tyrion, Jon.
Jaime, Arya, Tyrion, Jon.
That's
4.
There's gotta be one more.
There's gotta be one more.
Jaime, Arya, Tyrion, Jon.
We'll figure it out.
What the fuck? Wait,
I have the epilogues and the prologues.
Let me flip through the book real quick and see if I can find a character that we haven't mentioned.
Trying to remember.
Jaime, Arya, Tyrion, Jon.
Who did we forget? Who? Sam?
Or does Sam have a... Oh, he does. Oh, yeah, you have Sam, too. Lovely Sam.
Lovely Sam.
So, yeah. I was very bitter. I'm still bitter.
Right.
But the good news for me, I think, is that this means you have a lot more chapters.
Yeah. So, like, you have not much to feel bitter about. You gotta relax a little bit more.
Relax. I have to do all the editing still.
You're right. Chapter Jaime. Everyone wants Jaime.
Everyone wants to hear about Jaime.
Who is he? Let's get inside his head.
Literally.
Is he the snobbish asshole we know?
Or,
yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, do we remember Sir Cleo? Sir Cleo? Sir?
Vaguely. Is he the one who was like delivering messages?
Yeah, he is a Frey cousin of the Lannisters. He's married to a Lannister lady.
I just spilled my tea everywhere.
For reals?
Yup. Hang on, I'm looking for some tissues or something.
Ring your little bell. Make butler.
Butler.
Jake comes around.
Yeah, I need a little bell. I can ring for him. Okay, I found some tissues. I'll just mop this up real quick. Good thing it fell directly on my leather chair and not on my pants or on my microphone.
Yeah, or your keyboard.
Yes, I was leaning back though, so there was no chance of it getting on there. Okay, we're good. Crisis averted.
Nice. Alright, I'll start now. Brienne and Sir Cleos are stealing Jaime in a small boat.
I was very confused at this point. I was like, how the hell did Jaime get out of jail?
With his get out of jail free card.
Obviously he has one, because he's fucking Jaime.
It's Jaime Lannister, bitch.
Jaime fucking Lannister, bitch.
He refers to Brienne as wench and thinks that she is very ugly. He amuses himself by picturing her in Cersei's dresses.
Okay.
Jaime keeps trying to get Brienne to take off his chains, which leads to stern no's from her. So apparently Catelyn had made Jaime and Sir Cleos make several vows to her before she sent them off. So Catelyn said, Jaime free.
This was very shocking to me that she would, after everything, trust the Lannisters to give her girls back.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously why she's setting Jaime free.
She's definitely desperate.
Yeah.
For her daughters. Desperate enough to trust an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Jaime asks Brienne who she... Okay.
Hello?
Jaime asks...
You having a stroke?
I was reading. So Jaime asks Brienne who she is, since he can tell from the way she talks that she is a noble. She tells him that her father is the Lord of Evenfall, Selwyn of Tarth. Whatever that means.
That sounds like a very kind of stereotypical fantasy name, Evenfall. Doesn't it?
Yeah, right? It's like an elf.
Like, I can picture that being in any fantasy realm ever. Lord of the Rings, Evenfall. Yeah. World of Warcraft, Evenfall. Yeah. Any fantasy realm. It's like, yeah, it's got an Evenfall type situation.
What does Selwyn mean?
Selwyn?
I'm looking it up. Ugh. No, I don't want the name.
What's making you look up?
What the hell does Selwyn mean? He's the Selwyn of Tarth. What does that mean?
No, he's not the Selwyn. He is Selwyn. That's his first name. Dang, dude.
Yeah, Lord Selwyn of Tarth.
Someone's tired.
He asks how she ended up serving Robb, and she corrects him that she serves Lady Catelyn and tells him to shut it.
Put him in his place, Brienne.
Yeah, constantly throughout this chapter. He asks if all the women on Tarth are as homely as her.
Fuck you, Jaime.
Dick.
Fucker.
She tells him that Tarth is beautiful and is called the Sapphire Isle, and tells him to shut it, and calls him a monster.
Yeah, fucking dick.
Monster.
Dick monster.
Monster. Dick.
That just makes it sound like he has a huge cock.
Whenever Jaime says something disrespectful to Brienne, Sir Cleos is like, "Oh, Jaime." So Jaime is like, "Look, she's rude too, but respect, because not a lot of men have the balls to call me out."
Yeah.
That's what he was like.
Right.
Sir Cleos tries to make him feel better by saying that she probably heard it from Catelyn, and that the Starks have probably resorted to spreading rumors about him, since they cannot possibly beat him with swords. And then Jaime is like, how the fuck does this idiot think they captured him?
That's good.
Jaime's funny.
He is funny. He's very sarcastic.
Yeah. He keeps a lot of it in his head too. So it's like, ooh, it's just a real treat getting into his brain.
Yeah, and now we can imagine all his sarcastic responses when we're in someone else's perspective.
Yeah. Sir Cleos continues that any man who'd believe a Sorn brother of the Kingsguard would harm a child doesn't know the meaning of honor.
Okay.
And then Jaime remembers pushing Bran out of the tower, which he has come to rue.
Oh.
Apparently, Cersei was furious that he did that. She berated him that they could have just put the fear of God in him, and he never thinks before he acts.
Right,
And Jaime had tried to assure her that they just say that he's lying if he remembered, or he'd kill Ned Stark if the worst came to worst. Then he'd go to war with Robert and the Singers, and then the Singers would call it the war for Cersei's cunt. And he had pinned her to him and kissed her as she fought him until she gave in, and they
fucked. Gross.
Yeah. Like, huh.
Sometimes I just have to remind myself that they're twins.
Kind of problematic.
Yeah. So there's that factor. Twins, too, that he, like, forced himself on her until she gave in.
Mm-hmm.
More disgusting, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. So, He wonders if it was Cersei who had hired the cutthroat to kill the boy, and thinks that she should have sent him. He could have finished the job properly.
Okay, dude, but if you get caught, that's a whole different thing than if some
But then
rando
he'll
gets
kill
caught.
everyone there. Don't
And
you
start
see
the
his
war
reasoning?
for Cersei's cunt.
The war of Cersei's cunt. War for Cersei's cunt. Jesus Christ. So the wind ships and Sir Cleos and the big wench run the sails, and they travel more swiftly.
The big witch. Oh my god.
Yep. Jaime asks Sir Cleos to shave his head bald, but leave the beard. He does not want to be recognized while in irons.
He's
Smart.
all about his image, is he?
Maybe he's afraid though, like he might get killed by rogue Starkmen. Maybe.
Oh, I understood it that he was protecting his reputation.
Mayhaps. There's mentions of Los, I think you pronounce it Los, crawling around his scalp as the hair is cut off.
Oh, lice.
Does that say lice?
I don't know how you would pronounce that way of spelling, and I'm not quite sure what the difference is. Let's see. Lice versus louse. Okay, a louse is the singular. Lice is plural.
So he only has one louse around on his scalp.
He has a single louse.
Nice.
Well, what is the sentence exactly?
I don't remember.
I wonder if it's like they found a louse.
Louse.
Let's see. Oh, it says, as they were cutting his hair, a louse went crawling down his neck.
Okay. There we go. Guess the rest was on his hair as it fell into the water.
Possibly. Or he only had a single louse.
That's clean.
Gross.
He looks in the water when it's done and does not recognize himself. He thinks that he doesn't look like Cersei, and she will not like that.
Oh.
Huh.
Is that why she fucks him?
She's like looking, it's like fucking a mirror.
Yeah.
Hours pass. They pass empty shacks, empty villages. There's a point where they pass a girl drinking her horse, but she runs when she sees them.
She's doing what to her horse?
Drinking her horse.
Oh. It's an interesting way to phrase that.
Yeah. For a bit there, I was like, is that Arya? But no.
Oh.
So. He thinks how before the war, the river would have been full of fisher folk and merchant boats. Cleos sees smoke in the distance, and as they get close, they see an oak full of hanging dead women being eaten by crows.
Jesus.
Brienne brings them ashore, appalled, meaning to bury them properly. Jaime doesn't think it's a good idea, but she is set in stone. As she gets to work, Jaime washes off and is shocked at how thin his hands have gotten. Brienne says that one of them has to cut them down, obviously talking to Sir Cleos, but Jaime volunteers and says to take off his chains.
Yeah, okay,
dude. Brienne ignores him, and he sees her looking at a sign around one of the women that says they lay with lions. Starkmen in this shit.
Oh, fuck.
Bad people on both sides.
And
he's like, that's your side.
Yeah.
Jaime has never been to a brothel because he's only been with Cersei.
Dang.
My word.
My word.
Jaime and Cleos start trying to guess who ordered their death when Sir Cleos tells Jaime that his father no longer holds Harrenhal. So I think like Jaime was like guessing people around Harrenhal. And Cleos had to be like, no. Tyrant's not there anymore. It's now, what's his face?
Bolton.
Yes.
Ramsay's papa.
Jaime doesn't like this and tells Brienne that if Lord Bolton holds Harrenhal, then that means both the Trident and the King's Road are likely watched. Brienne doesn't think it'll be a problem. She can take them and starts trying to get the women down again when she shouts and orders them back into the boat ASAP.
Oh shit.
She and Cleos start rowing while Jamie looks behind them and he can only see the top of a sail. For about an hour, they play peek and seek with them as they sweep around bends. And Sir Cleos starts to falter as exhaustion takes him. Mm-hmm. The other boat slowly grows larger, and Jamie announces that it's a river galley with 9 oars on each side, meaning at least 18 men, but there's likely to be fighters with them as well.
Oh fuck.
Quite a bit of people. Sir Cleos freezes in fear, and Jamie continues that they must have been rowing since dawn, so they will probably be exhausted, and the sight of them has probably just given them a burst of strength that shouldn't last, so they might be able to kill many of them. Jamie says that the best they can hope for is to die with swords in their hands. He's not afraid of death at all. Brienne stops rowing and says furiously that he's under her protection. Jamie laughs and compares her furiosity to the hound in his head. He doesn't say it out loud. So he's starting to admire her. The galley is close enough that Jamie can see the water around it turning white by the oars, and the men crowding forward, and he sees bows.
He sees what?
Bows.
Oh, bows.
He hates archers. He hates
Who wouldn't?
Fuck. At the prow, he recognizes Sir Robin Ryger.
You mean the prow?
At the
At the prow.
He recognizes Sir Robin Wyger, River Run's captain of the guards. He's the same age as Hoster Tolle. Hot damn, that's an old man.
Dang, yeah. Shit.
Jamie cups his hands around his mouth and shouts, "Come to wish me Godspeed, Sir Robin." Sir Robin shouts back that they have come to bring him back and orders them to throw their oars and weapons into the water.
Okay, dude.
Sir Cleos tells Jamie to tell Sir Robin that they didn't escape. It was Catelyn. It was Catelyn who set them all free. It was Catelyn. So Jamie does, knowing it's useless. Mm-hmm. Sir Robin shouts back that Catelyn does not rule River Run and orders him again to throw their weapons in the water. Jamie shouts back that if he had a sword, he'd use it to kill them all. And they are attacked by arrows, nearly missing them.
Good job,
They reach
Jamie.
a bend in the river, and Brienne moves the tiller, and they sheer left. Is that the steering stick?
I assume so.
As she does this, Jamie watches her eyes. He's good at reading men's eyes, and I guess women too. And he remarks that she has very pretty eyes, and sees that she is calm, determined, and not desperate.
Ooh, that's comforting.
Mm-hmm. As they disappear from the view of the galley, she orders Sir Cleos to take the tiller and Jamie to take an oar to keep them off the rocks, and she jumps off the boat. Sir Cleos starts to freak, but Jamie snaps him to steer. The galley rounds the bend, and more arrows come flying at them, missing them wildly. And Jamie knows it's only a matter of time until they learn to compensate from the movement of the boats. Mm-hmm. He sees Brienne is halfway up the cliff face and knows that they will see her and shoot her down, and chooses to test Sir Robin's pride. He shouts at Sir Robin, and he challenges him to single combat. Mm-hmm. He'll keep his chains on to make it fair, too. Sir Robin shouts back that he's ordered to bring him back alive and signals the archers. They are less than 20 yards away, and we're going to hit them when a rain of pebbles and stones hits the galley. The smart ones look up just in time to see a boulder the size of a cow fall from the cliff. As it falls, it hits some of the cliff, I think, and it cracks in two, and they both smash into the galley. The larger piece tears the sail and snaps the mast. 2 archers are sent flying, and it crushes the leg of a archer. Okay. 2 archers are sent flying, and one of the And two archers are sent flying, and it crushes the leg of another man, archer.
Just a dude. Just a guy. Just a guy who was there.
So someone gets his leg crushed, and two go flying. Those are the lucky ones. So Jamie thinks the smaller piece must have punched through the hull from how fast the galley is beginning to fill with water. The galley sinks as the men scream. And Jamie laughs when he sees the men who cannot swim.
Oh my.
And I guess the fighters are wearing armor as well, so whew.
Fuck.
A lot of sinking men.
Yep.
He gleefully thinks of the survivors' long trek back to River Run. He turns to see Brienne ahead of them and watches as she jumps from a finger of land and almost gracefully dives into the water. Sir Cleos turns their boat to her as she swims to them, and Jamie readies his oar to take her out, but surprises himself when instead he stretches his out to her and drags her into the boat when she grabs hold.
Oh, shit.
He's shocked that she's even uglier and calls her a bloody stupid wench and says that they could have sailed off without her and not to expect him to thank her. But she does not want his thanks. She's sworn oath to bring him to King's Landing safely, so she will. Jamie cannot believe that she actually means to keep her oath and gives her his brightest smile.
Wow.
So we see some of good side Jamie here.
He's even surprised by his
Yeah, he's like, what am I doing?
His actions.
She's ugly. Why am I helping her?
An ugly woman? Psh, what value does she have?
Exactly.
I think despite himself, he's clearly respecting her already.
He already admires
her, yeah. They kind of make a good team, weirdly.
They do. But they're both very skilled fighters.
Yeah, and she's off, like, doing all the heavy lifting, and he's distracting the enemy.
Yeah, he's pretty smart, charismatic. Can easily, like, look at me!
Yeah.
Here.
That was a pretty cool scene.
I'm pretty excited for more of them.
Yeah.
It's gonna get better.
More of Jamie and Brienne.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I love this team.
Third wheel Cleos.
Fuck him. Leave him behind.
Yeah, just dump him overboard.
He's annoying.
We don't need him. We're gonna end that episode here. Next time, we're going to do an Arya chapter, a Tyrion chapter, and a
Catelyn.
And
Catelyn
a Catelyn chapter, an Arya chapter, and a Tyrion chapter.
Tyrion chapter is what I was doing yesterday while we were watching Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They knew I wasn't going to want to do it afterward.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so welcome back to A Song of Ice and Fire. We are fucking pumped.
Yup.
And I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back to recording the podcast and reading the book. Feels good.
Nice. Feels good, man.
I think we did good. We kind of fell back into the routine pretty quick.
So sorry.
You're disgusting.
We did. With all this talking, I'm not used to it anymore. You hear me like choking and my throat dried out so fast.
Yeah, you're doing all the talking today, so that could be why.
I'll get used to it. My throat will get used to it again.
Just gotta chug that tea, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright. Any last words?
You're struggling to talk.
Okay, we gotta end it. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for sticking with us throughout the hiatus.
Shout out to our amazing patrons, Tobias and Jake.
Yay! Thank you guys so much. You were the best. Even when we didn't have any content going on the Patreon, they stuck with us, which has been lovely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate how much support you guys give us, and we feel it. We feel the love. We feel your belief in us, and it's what keeps us going.
Sure.
So thank you so much. Please follow us on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at TIGBAB Podcast, or you can follow us separately. My handle is Crimby, Jess's is Jess.Egan24. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search TIGBAB Podcast or Tea is Good, Books Are Better, and we should show up there. Also, please subscribe to our good friend Bahrami on YouTube. He's the one who made our jingle, which you heard at the start of this episode, and he's a really cool guy and makes dope stuff, so check him out. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/teaisgood.booksArebetter. We have a few different tea-themed tiers with fun rewards, such as behind-the-scenes content, outtakes, and mini-episodes in which we force our brother to watch Game of Thrones, which he hates. So you will be getting something in return for your contribution, and you'd also be helping us improve the podcast with better equipment. But we also just appreciate you listening. And please don't forget to share the podcast with your family and your friends. It is the best way for us to grow. All right, and that's it. That's the end of the first episode of season 5.
I'm sorry.
We will see you next time for Catelyn, Arya, and Tyrion. Okay. Thanks for listening. Bye.